For months, Brian, you have promised voters that you would provide a detailed budget plan, but you haven't kept that commitment. You haven't said a word about it. I think that you're trying to pull the wool over the eyes of Nevada voters so that you can waltz into the governor's mansion without saying a word. I think that's shameful. Your experience is the experience of the biggest quitter in the history of Nevada. Nobody has quit more than you, and I think it begs the question, why is that?
With regard to the statements made by my opponent, excuse me. You have questioned my integrity and my motivations for running for this office.
I never questioned your integrity, Brian. I question your commitment to the jobs you've had. And if you were committed to those jobs truly, I think you would have stayed to finish them out. And
we have to reset our state budget to 2007, which is approximately $5.2 billion.
Brian, you talk about integrity and trust. On June 30th, you said that you would provide the people of Nevada a balanced budget proposal that they could review before the election. It is October the 26th. The election's in a week. Where's your balanced budget plan? You made a commitment. You haven't kept it. In the last 2 minutes, you said more about the budget than you have in the year that we've been campaigning. Where's your budget, Brian?
Okay, let's move on and keep in this vein.
We'll soon find
All right. Okay.
We'll soon find
All right. Okay.
He says he's going to balance the budget without raising taxes. I think it's obvious what he intends to do. He is going to shift responsibilities to local government and give them the ability to raise taxes so that he doesn't have to. What that means is that he is going to put the budget crisis on the back of people, real people. Corporations won't get any tax increases under the Sandoval administration. He said that over and over and over. So many times when I wake up at 2 in the morning, I hear his voice saying it. But his real intention is to raise your property tax.
Mr. Reed, with all due respect, I don't dream about you.
Brian, they're nightmares. They're not dreams, brother.
Commissioner Reed, if elected governor, would you continue the lawsuit against the federal government that was initiated and participated in by the state of Nevada, challenging the constitutionality of the federal health care legislation?
No, I would not.
Hold your applause. Is there anything, would you like to elaborate on that?
No, I would not.
Okay.
Well,
well, that was a question, that was an answer. Now you get to move on to a question and an answer.
Tell us specifically what you will cut.
In 2007, we had $5.2 billion to spend for caseloads that are essentially the same without, except for our Medicaid system that has had a dramatic increase. So the point is this, is that while our caseloads have remained essentially the same, our expenditures have gone up by over $2 billion.
Then what are you going to cut, Brian? What are you going to cut?
Commissioner Reed, go ahead and let Judge Sandoval have his train of thought. Thank you.
No, I didn't lose my train of thought. I mean, the bottom line is this. Like I said before, I'm going to be upfront with the people of the state of Nevada. There are going to be budget reductions, but we can still meet the needs of all these Nevadans that have been described.
That was what you've seen this entire campaign. I'm not sure what Brian just said he would do. He said he'd travel around, he'd diversify the economy. The question is, how are we going to do it? Let me tell you how we would do it. The first thing we need to do to create jobs is prioritize construction projects. Every local government in Nevada has a capital budget with money in it. We need to prioritize those projects, put people to work immediately. 85,000 Nevada construction workers are out of work. We could get them working quickly that way. Second thing I would do is implement my Nevada Energy Independence Fund. There are $5 billion worth of energy projects in Nevada that have either been approved or are about to be. I would expedite those projects and put people to work. I would pursue the Georgia plan, which would give businesses the opportunity to take workers that are on unemployment benefits, and they could use their skills for free for a period of time, and then they could convert to full-time employment. That way we wouldn't just be giving away unemployment benefits, we would be training our workers and putting people to work immediately. And that's the difference between Brian and I. I just gave you 3 things I would do to create jobs immediately, and Brian's going to get on a plane and go talk to some folks.
Thank you. Commissioner Reed?